Welcome back to Motorsport Manager. 7th season, second year in endurance racing. We're in the top flight, of course. We're kind of up against it. We may have overshot. Looks like we have overshot our goals for this year. The dream of back-to-back promotions, unlikely to happen. Now, with 4 races to go, you can see we're 46 points behind. And if you consider the last race counting twice, because we get double points from it, that means we basically need to pick up 9 points a race to get back into this. So any further disasters, and this is pretty much over. But I'm not ready to quite throw in the towel on this season yet. Yeah. Wonder what our question is. They're equally great. And that boosts our morale. Okay. One was an incredibly dangerous pit fire. We reviewed our safety precautions. Sure better have. And, yeah, we're going to take a look. And I have to say we're probably going to do a firing. Jackie Chan, proud of your drivers. Good for you. We're working on a new rear wing. We'll revisit that when it is finished. Let me just remind myself of where we're at here. All right, let's look at that pit crew situation. Yeah, it looks like it was probably you that did the... So yeah, we're going to assume that you were the worst of the offenders. And you're a star on our crew, but I don't care. We're getting rid of you. Okay, so now we're going to sort of swap some people out, look for hiring new people. There are some things that simply can't be tolerated, and causing a fire that knocks us out of a race, that's definitely on that category. Well, we're definitely going to hire you. 20 in tires, 92 stamina, that's a no-brainer. And let's see, refueling, but you don't have anything else. Goodbye. And goodbye to you. Let's see, 18 and 8 refuel, don't like that. A 20 on the rear jack, that's worth considering. We've got a 20 out there right now, and another 20 in reserve. You've got 77 stamina. I think you're better. So let's bring you in. We're going to leave the other one out here as a possible hire for the future. But let's see, what are your other skills? Yeah, probably not worth keeping you around for anything else. Goodbye to Farah. Okay, so we brought in some new people. And we'll switch you out here. And these are the pure tire people, and then these are the refuelers. We've got to get you out. Crespin's going to be a nice replacement there. Szymanski, of course, being an all-star at pretty much anything I decide to use. And you're actually going to be a slight improvement, as would you be. Let's swap you out for the superior stamina. There we go. Pretty happy with our crew, and I believe we're still second behind Jackie Chan. So nothing wrong with all of that. Interested in going to reserve? You're not any good, though, unfortunately. And there's our car repairs. Okay. So, Vancouver. Suspension, rear wing, which we've just been working on, and the engine. Engine, suspension are spec. So the rear wing's where it's all going to be at, and that's the one we've been putting our effort into, so hopefully those efforts take fruition here. Now, we are still ahead of Jackie Chan in the nose. And if we can pull ahead of them in their rear wings here, then maybe we can pull off a decent race here. Maybe. So yeah, the rear wing's definitely going to be where it's all at. on this effort. And let's see, let's pull out the gearboxes, pull out the nose, let's put everything into that. So if we put our effort here, and this will be done before the race, but how long is this next one going to be again? 14 days. It'll it'll be finished 10 days before the race. Hard to see that getting ready. I could work on this one as well. But again, I don't think the gaps here are going to be enough. And this is... it's going to be close whether or not this is ready sort of like ahead of when the next one comes out. I'm going to watch that closely. Meaning, I want this rear wing to get to about 90% right before the next rear wing comes off so that we can have efficient effort in that. So we're only going to be able to boost one of our rear wings, which will make things interesting indeed. Let me just check in on that driver morale situation. Castelli, fine. Vancouver, good, but not great. Not happy about the qualifying result and also feeling blue in general. Fine there. Ludwig, good, but not great. Goddard, almost at the top. And Negrau, excellent. Okay. So we are totally fine. Let's move on and see what we end up with. All right, looks like we have Beatrice needs a change. Zane Goodard is now back up to being fully recovered, which is nice. We're going to need every bit of that we can get. And from a parts standpoint, 69%. While we have 3 days here. I think that's going to all work out fairly well, but let me just go a brief bit at a time. 76%. And the fact that the red zone is lower also going to help us. And we did note that we wanted to boost to 100% on parts where we can, but I don't want to sort of throw everything else out the window at the same time. This is 25% reliability. This one came out a little bit better. Let me take a look here. Peaks at 1030. Okay, so these are the two we're going to go with. And then we also need to get that first gearbox going and just seeing whatever we can get out of this. Do we want to boost the reliability? And we really don't have any choice if we're going to get something. Okay. Let's bring that in. That'll be quick, coming in before the next race. I think we definitely leave the max in there, and then when this... it's going to put most of the effort into this one. But I think I'm still going to put this one out there, and then we'll try to do whatever we can here. Whole bunch of mail. We're in third, better than our original target of fourth. Going to vote on bringing suspension development back. I do not want that. It's silly that we've limited the sport in this way. Yeah, maybe. Lowered cost is make things more competitive. More to the point, I just don't want to have to deal with it. Not much of a report here. Loves the tire wear, Vancouver. And okay, we've got the gearbox. Let's see where that compares to our existing ones. Peaks at 943, which is somewhat of an improvement, but not a great one. We're not going to work on any effort into that just yet. We slipped down to 5th overall in that vehicle comparison. And gearbox. So if we want reliability, and again, all the risk level stuff. If we boost acceleration during qualifying, there's still nothing here. And I don't see... any because we'd have to go up to what, 3, 4 more? And I don't see any purpose in that. I'm just going to go with this one. We'll have two slightly better gearboxes. We'll get those practiced up so we get some gain off it this year. But really, really disappointed with our options there. Just, save the money. We're going to need quite a bit of money in the off season if we don't succeed, which we're probably not going to. Okay. 85% and 51. So this one's not going to get there, but we'll get it there for the next race, and we will have the one boosted. Toyota looking a team to beat. Say there's plenty of time to catch Jackie Chan. Hershey's been having a bit of a whinge. Being mid-table sucks. I want to see the team make a few strides, blah, blah, blah. And we're just sort of flying under the radar at this point. We're still second on the nose, but very close. Fifth overall, but we haven't put in our new parts yet. 87. 88. And here's the new vote. We definitely don't want that to happen. One in favor, and it says this rule would actually benefit us. I'm not sure why they think that. I still want to vote against it. Let's see. We've got 5. So I think I can afford to use 2 against. That's the way I'm going. Huh. Well, that sucks. I spent my 2 votes and it was approved anyway. I could have spent more and defeated it, but I didn't think it would be necessary with only 6 teams. Okay. Well, suspensions will be unlocked next year. And then what's next? Lowering the practice sessions, and I'm going to want to vote against that as well. So I'm using up all of my sort of political capital I saved up, and I don't know that I'm getting anything from it. Okay. So let's put our parts out there. This was the weakest one. And we'll jump it up. And what do they say about that? 7th. And 11th, egads, that's a big jump down from what we were expecting in the last race. Even with the improved, let's see, where does that put us? Puts us 2nd, ahead of Toyota and Jackie Chan on their rear wing. So from a car point of view, we should be okay. And it puts us 3rd. Our overall car is now ahead of Jackie Chan. Now, they've still got better drivers. They've got a better pit crew. But I like being better than them in the overall. So it's looking like maybe Toyota will indeed be the... Like if we could even probably survive a result of Toyota 1st, us 2nd, Jackie Chan 3rd. But really, it's all about how many points we gain on Jackie Chan, I think. All right, let's see about this. Once again, no sponsors. And we've got a couple more races till the next one. Okay. Bonuses. 26 degrees. Supposed to be heavy rain for both qualifying and the race, but not for practice. And ultras, supers, and softs here. Well, at that temperature, I think I'm definitely going to go with softs. We'll see how this works. We'll split between the ultras and the softs. And then I'm a little bit concerned about us having... Like, we might still have to do extra stops, even using the soft tires. But certainly we would using the other ones. So, it's still probably the best option. 7th and 11th. We either do a lot better than that, or we're sunk. Let's see how this goes. Well, practice was a bit of a surprise because it was raining at first, and it actually worked out perfectly to where we could max out our inters and our soft tires. Softs definitely going to be better than ultras for this race. Ultras can't handle the distance. Super softs won't be able to handle the temperature quite as well, and there's not a huge difference between softs and supers, just a little bit of durability and speed swap there. So I think softs were definitely the correct choice. And then in qualifying, it was a joke the first half of the race. It would rain and then stop, and then rain and then stop. And we managed those gaps a little bit better than everybody else. Rain for the second half of qualifying, we just stayed in the whole time for that. And we ended up just barely getting the pole with car number 1. Good lap by Mueller, catching the weather just right, and by 0.004 of a second, we made it. But that's a couple points that we're going to need if we're going to get back in this for sure. So, the setup overall went well. Everybody is ready to go. And the question here is, you know, it says it's supposed to rain during the race. There's no sign of it early. And do we go with the inters or do we go with the softs? And I'm going to go softs for the bonus. It's forecasted for rain, but, could judge it either way. So we're just going to go with the softs. And they will give us a good amount more distance, actually, than we're going to need. So we can ride them as hard as we can get away with. And let's take a look at what we're going to have. Well, everybody's starting off on 6. So I think I'm going to go with Mueller. And then fuel options. Laps we're running about 1:40. So another way of looking at that is we can get through 3 laps in 5 minutes. I think I'm going to go with 35 laps each car to start. And again, the beginning here, we don't see any sign of rain, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. I see no reason not to start with Castelli over Negrão. You can see the Ultras would last well under an hour. These would last long enough. These are going to last plenty of time. So, 35 laps each car. Not sure if that's the right amount, but that's what we'll give it. Okay, and we're not looking too good on the form here. Mueller at a 4 for the race. I would like to see better there, but we're looking pretty solid on the second car. For the others, we've got Toyota in second. Rebellion Racing was figured to be strong, and they're 3rd and 4th. And if we look down here, we got Jackie Chan, their second car, is here in row 4. And their top car, all the way down at the very back of the Class A pack. So that's not going to matter that much unless that's all the pace that they have, which I doubt. Lots of cars going on Ultras. And I think that's a big mistake. I really do. They don't have the distance to cover this. So they'll do fine at the start, but I can't see them doing too much after that. Might as well go ahead and speed this along. Mueller holding on to first, at least temporarily. And there's our team standings. We're hoping to keep Jackie Chan down and make a nice gain there. We shall see. 3rd and 4th. Let's bump up to Castelli. We're holding the temperature reasonably well. But we definitely would like Mueller's driving to come back up if it could. So if I knew he was going to have a down first segment as one of our top drivers, I would have put somebody else out there and hoped that he picked it up. But it is what it is. And yeah, looks like we're going to be able to hold the temperature. And so if that happens, we'll be able to actually push the cars fairly hard. Or the tires, rather, fairly hard later on. That would be excellent. So starting off, holding third and fourth against all these cars on Ultras. That is, I mean, I can't ask for a better start than this. We'll see how it goes. But Vancouver is looking very good so far. Mueller slowly sliding down through the pack, whereas car 2 doing much better for us in a definite reversal of the way things normally are. Building up that energy as usual. Castelli not appearing to fall off the pace here at all. And Mueller up to fourth now. You can see these tires really taking a hit for the opposition. Ours are not. Another look at the weather. Nothing going on yet. So we'll be looking to take advantage of any weather transitions, of course. Castelli dropping to fourth. Mueller locks up the tires. Well, that's a good thing we have extra on the tires. And so, yeah, not looking good down there in eighth. That could be better. We're probably far enough in this to take a quick look. Let's say we stay fourth and eighth. We would just barely beat Jackie Chan and lose out to Toyota. So clearly that would not be good enough. We will have to improve. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's get off of this hybrid. Temperature. Still looking like it's going to hold steady. So let's go ahead and boost the tires up. And actually, I think I want to do that a little bit later in the stint, just so that there's more of them left for this part. That's probably better. And we are now finally fading, 6th, 10th, all of this, but we're gaining a pit stop. That's got to count for something. Unless the weather interrupts us and throws things off, we're gaining a pit stop. 7th and 9th. So we're not looking good right now. Oh, we have a crash. And which team was that? If I can go back to them. Oh, ERS fully charged. That's not a good idea. And that's Toyota. One of our main rivals having a bad day. So if we can beat Jackie Chan, we could have something here. Normally I'd feel bad for him. After the fire we had last time, not feeling too much sympathy for our competition having a mishap, I've got to say. Some of the other cars having to go and take that early pit. So we gain the advantage there. The question is, do we keep the advantage? Well, so far, temperature is going to stay flat. It's a beautiful day for racing at the moment. And we're just going to fly around as much as we can. Now that, of course, is the number 1 Jackie Chan car there taking the lead, not caring about their bad start in the race. So that's going to be a problem. Wait a bit longer and then we'll get what pushing we can out of these tires. And they did start off on the same softs as us, but I don't know if they have our tire bonus. All right. So let's go back to push. Or at least a bit. And we went a little bit heavy on the fuel, but not too bad here, it looks like. I think I'll probably drop it back to about 30 laps going forward. All right, now we'll slow it down, go back to harvest, and go back to neutral on all of our tires. Speeding by there. They're on super softs. And soon we'll be coming in for our first stop, and it looks like actually it's going to be Mueller coming in first. That's a surprise. I think we'll complete this lap and one more. Any weather change? None whatsoever. So we can expect at least one more stint of the same thing. Let's go ahead and bring Mueller in now. And I definitely think Vancouver is the person to send out here next. Switch to a fresh set of softs, and I'm going to go down to 28 laps. I think that reducing it by 5 is actually not going to be enough. Then there's the question of the pit strategy, and I am going to go balanced. 4 seconds each way. I'm going to go balanced and hope that our current pit crew is more up to the task. Castelli will go around for one more. And then it looks like Ludwig, definitely the person to get for the next one, has improved since the beginning of the race, which is nice. 28. 43 seconds. Used a bit more fuel, going around one more time, so that will use up. And there's a 40-second pit stop, mistake-free. That's what we like to see. Castelli, okay. Let's see how we come out here. Another 40-second, 41-second stop. Mistake-free. And we'll want to equalize up those energy amounts, but for now, looking pretty good. Fourth and eighth currently. Didn't quite get there on the energy equalization. But they have not come in yet, so they're going for a very long stint, which again is probably not a wise call. I'm wondering if we may, speed-wise, though, still be a little bit off the pace. That should be pretty close to even. So I want to ride at neutral until late in the stint, go up to push again, and just see what we can do here. Still no change on the weather front. Everything looking as it did. So if we assume we're not going to catch them, 4th and 9th. Oh, somebody had a loose wheel nut there. But 4th and 9th, clearly not going to cut it. Yeah, Jackie Chan's destroying us. And if that ends up being the way it is, then you just tip your hat to them and say that they're better. Because I feel like strategically we're doing fine here. You know, and I mean, Toyota with one car out there equalizing us. So, I mean, if they can get away with this, then they just do. And we just say, good job, and go on with our lives. Get ready for next year where we try to do better. Ludwig driving well. Given that we've got a better car than them, I mean, it would just seem to be completely a driver thing if that's how it goes. But we're not even a third of the way through this race, just over a quarter, so I'm nowhere near giving up on it just yet. And there's the pit has happened, but it didn't move us up at all. They're going to ultras, which is going to be a short stint, but they took a long stint the last time, so they may get away with it. Almost halfway through this one now. Our top car here really should be able to move up at some point. Vancouver doing pretty well, and we may just not quite have enough pace. I think we're doing the right thing when it comes to the pit stops and filling up with, you know, relatively lesser amount of fuel. Maybe it just doesn't give us enough. Fifth and 9th now. Fourth and 8th as we go back on our hybrid. And now 3rd and 8th. Second and 7th as more come into the pits. So we may be moving up in the field and we may not. It's a little bit hard to tell. With all the offset pit stops going on. All right, slow it down a bit. And head off to push. And I think we've still got too much fuel. Even dropping it down to 28. I'm going to drop it lower. I think I just have to, early on in the races, I seem to consistently need to be more aggressive with the fuel. And if this year doesn't work out, then that's something I can learn from for the future. I just underestimate the benefit we're going to get from the hybrid, I think. For the moment, at least, we're up to 2nd and 6th. And I don't know that we can hold that. Let's take a look at what would get us, though. Almost even with Jackie Chan, which is not good enough. Moving up close to even with Toyota, but we've got to beat Jackie Chan. We need better performance out of, like, if we moved up a couple more spots, like we move all the way up to maybe 3rd with the 2nd car, then maybe we'd have something. Whoops. Go hybrid. And we're not that heavy on fuel here. Not going to want to cut it down too much more because the next stint, of course, is the one probably that we're going to run a bit on the long side. Still going to want to go with the 2nd car in next. So Vancouver, you're going to go have a seat. Goddard, you're going to run a little bit extra time. Switch tires. All right, it is going to rain. We want to pull them off right about at the halfway point of the race. So this is actually going to be a very short stint. We're going to lose a stint here in terms of the pits. So I don't think we're going to be alone in that, but we need to make sure that we hit this correctly. I think the ultras are fast enough that we'll go ultras. And then we're going to assume that we can do this for about 35 minutes. How much fuel do I need for that? You know what? Let's say honestly, I don't think you'll need as many as 15. Let's go 12. Laps of fuel. That's what I'm going to call it. Stay balanced. And we'll see how that goes. Do the same thing for Negrao here. I'll give you a little bit more fuel because you're going to go hog wild with it. Give you almost 14. Switch to ultras. And, you know, the accuracy of these decisions will determine a lot. We actually got up to 100% on this car for the setup. You cannot ask for more than that. Okay. Here we go. No problems in the pits so far. There's a mistake on the front left tire. A horrible one, too. My goodness, look at that time. 13-second mistake. Come out 6th and 9th. Other cars going into the pits. Yeah, we'll just have to see how this rolls. And the Ultras are going to overheat fairly quickly here. I'm okay with some of that. I'm going to back off the speed here. Send it back up until Negrao comes out of that fired up zone. Goddard at 4.2. We'll have to give him another partial stint later. Same for both drivers. Let's go conserve. Okay. Slow it down. Medium. Conserve. Let's see. I think that's about where I want to be. Fourth and 9th is not where I want to be. 4th and 8th. Now, if we can hold these positions, though, we have reduced the time that we're behind. And that's not nothing. But we're still going to need to find more. Let's go back to neutral. Got to watch that weather closely. Going into the pits. Are you going inters right now? You are not. That's a mistake. That's something we're going to benefit from for sure. 3rd and 6th. Okay, hold on. It's starting to get wet. And let's see. Oh, we're already past it. Put you on hybrid and you right here. Because I don't want to go too far. I want to make sure we've got enough. I'll go ahead and lower the energy level if I have to. I want to make sure we have enough fuel to get through until they're ready to come in. 3rd and 5th currently. Okay, what would that do for us? Still behind Jackie Chan. And we'd catch up some to Toyota, but not enough. So we still have more work to do here. Let's see. We know Jackie Chan's in 1st. We got Toyota in 2nd. Rebellion in 4th. Where's the 2nd Jackie Chan car? Okay, that's the one that just screwed up the pit, all the way back here in 7th, but it's still not enough. They're going in. Are they going inters now? They are not. There's enough. Yeah, that's another mistake. We're up to 2nd and 3rd. I'm going to leave these on neutral for the tires. Okay, now that would give us 2nd place and a slight edge over Jackie Chan. It still isn't enough, but it's something. We're just going to ride this out Down to about a lap. It can't be long until they want to come in. We definitely, we undershot the fuel here. So we're going to have a long pit stop. That's too bad. You can go to conserve on those tires. That's the best I'm going to do for you. Let's send you to conserve as well. There we go. Okay. They both want to come in for inters. Given the gap between them, I think I want Goddard first. We just passed pit road. Okay. It's definitely Mueller. It's definitely inters for a full stint. Now we're going to have to do a whole bunch of charging. So I think I'm going to go back to 28 laps of fuel. And just sort of gradually build back up that charge. Balanced. There we go. And then we come back around again. Next time, you can go in. There we are. Boy, Ludwig at 10, I'd love to see... Oh, both of them are. Castelli's at 10 also with a fresh... Well, you're definitely going out anyway. Inters. I'll give you 29. I'm not sure. Hope I set these right. Think I did. Drive-through penalty for one of our competition. That can't hurt. Mueller's back out. And let's see. We'll go neutral. And neutral. We want to just build up that energy. I think we just ride this now, halfway through the race. 4th and 7th, but the other cars haven't come in yet. Once they come in for inters, then we'll know sort of what we have here. And we're just going to ride Castelli and Mueller. This is their final stint of the race. We're going to ride them until they're done. Get as much out of them as we can. Okay. Now we have what we have. 2nd and 3rd. Again, now we've picked up more distance on them, but we're still behind. Yeah, and it's us and Jackie Chan. And the problem is, can we gain enough points on them? Because thanks to the one crash, we're going to be ahead of everybody else. But we need to gain more points than that on Jackie Chan. I don't know if we can do it. If we could flip these two spots, if we could somehow get first place, that would be enough to make this very much a successful race. And it's less than 10 seconds now as we're fired up. If we can make that happen, and it's a long way from being certain, but if we can make that happen, we could have something here. 9 seconds now, and now we're going to probably fade back due to not having the fired up zone. Maybe Maybe not. We're holding it at about 8 seconds. The tires are holding fine. Track's going to stay wet for quite a while, and it's going to get warmer. So I definitely don't want to push the tires, at least yet. Equalizing. And both cars are going to hit their mark at just about the same time. Looks like Castelli is going to want to come in maybe first. We'll see. Now, what the? No. Oh, no action taken. Okay. At first it looked like they were saying they were going to give a penalty. That would hurt. Anyway, we're really close here. Mueller has got about a 10-second lead on the field. That's going to be key. If we can hold that. Because we can't afford to lose it, that's for sure. Same type of collision. Drive-through penalty. Well, that just shot us. Because we're going to lose. Can we get even back up to third with that car? And that's a very open question. We may not be able to. Ugh. Mueller is in fourth, not that far behind. So that's doable. It's very doable. Now let's speed this back up again for a while. Come on. About half an hour left for each driver. Second and fourth. We need Mueller back up here, and we need to try to catch that spot. Really, the race still depends on getting that first place, though. Tires are starting to heat up, even on neutral, but they're doing okay. It's going to keep getting warmer, and it's going to stay right in that intermediate zone. We're going to want to be out on this track enough time. I think I need to go to conserve for a bit here. We're holding right about that 8-second mark. It's not in striking range, but we're not getting blown away either. Although they're fired up hybrid, which is the always deadly combination. I think they're pulling away from us now. Go back to neutral. I think I might have gone on conserve for a bit too long. Castelli, 8.5, really driving well and keeping us in this race. And by extension, keeping us in the season competition. Tires heating up again, but I'm going to just let him go a little bit. We've only got about 10 minutes left. Let's slow this down. Okay, back up to third. Well, partly that's because they're pitting. All right. That's seems a bit of an early pit. Let them have it. Let's see, about 8 minutes. Let's go down to conserve for a bit. I'm going to keep this on the slower speed. I'm going to conserve for a bit and then do more neutral again right towards the end of this. We've still got enough fuel that I want to keep burning it. All right, we got less than 5 minutes each driver. Gonna go back to neutral. And I want to make sure Castelli pits when she needs to, but not before, because of how well she's driving. And whatever that means for Mueller, it means. So let's see where we are when we cross this time. I think it's 2 more laps. Yep. She's going to have just enough time to run a second one. So that means this lap is it for Mueller. Well done, sir. I could fill in what's left of Goddard, or I could go with Vancouver. And the question is, am I going to want... Oh, you're going to be almost out of fuel. That doesn't make sense. Unless... All right, hold on. Yeah. Okay, you're going to go hybrid. And you're going to go hybrid as well. I waited a little bit too long to do that because I was worried about the time. Okay. Now... Fuel. It's going to stay raining. I think I want a full stint in the rain and then see what happens at the end. So that means I'm going Vancouver. Do I want 28? I don't think I want quite that much. I think he's going to want 26. He's going to be running a slightly short stint. Okay. Should have enough fuel there. Castelli. Yep. Just barely going to make it with 20 seconds or so to get this last set. And we definitely want Ludwig, given how well he's set up for a great stint, which is really going to help us. Same thing here. 26 laps. Boom, boom, boom. And let's go there because you have enough fuel. Burn the fuel. Save the hybrid for later. So, good so far on this pit stop. And back out. Loving everything about that. Castelli, you did one heck of a job today. Your best race of the year. I don't think there's any question about that. Another good pit stop. 41 seconds there. All that's good. Speed up. So we're second and fourth. We've got people repairing back here. That can't do anything but be good. Ludwig locked up the tires. Okay, that's nothing. Vancouver out of the fired up zone. Just needs to get that spot. But, of course, the battle at the front is the one that really matters. 54 seconds. We're going to see how long they spend in the pit row. I mean, that's close enough that I almost have to think we'll pass them when they stop. And if we did, that would be one heck of a thing. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to want to go conserve here. We're going to have to back off the tires for a while. Okay, now it is going to stop raining at the end. What tires we're going to want for that last stint? Boy, that's going to be... Are we going to have to do, like, a quick tire change in there? That's going to be some serious nerve-wracking material. Boy, they're staying out here an awful lot. There we go. They're coming in. What's going to... Matter of fact, let's go neutral, and we are in first. Okay. First and third. Now, first of all, that's the best that we can hope for, and they're burning their energy that way. Please, keep doing that. They're obviously upset that we passed them. They're going to get by us again. Yeah, but what's that leave our energy at? Yeah, we got way more energy than them. I think we eventually win that battle. On the other hand, I didn't check the standings, and right now it'd be even. We need to win. This is the battle. Whoa, did they just go wide? Okay, now what does it say? Okay, see, that would be acceptable. That would give us a 14-point closing of the gap, and we needed to have a little bit over 9-point gain per race. All right. So we're looking at right about a quarter, fifth of the race to go, and we're finally in the position that we need to be in. And of course, the question to end all questions is whether or not we can actually hold it. We're going to go back to conserve. And then, yeah, let's speed this up. Big next stint here for the next 50 minutes. And, of course, Vancouver needs to stay ahead here. That's not as important, but it is important. And what's our car condition looking like? Suspension's a little iffy. Everything else is fine. Yeah, suspension's more a little iffy. Okay, the suspension rear wing hurting there. We definitely don't want to go aggressive on the gas, but I think we've got enough there to hold it off. We'd better. Five, 6 seconds. Yeah, neither one of these gaps are enough to get celebrated about, and Ludwig racing flat out at 10.0 is really saving us here. Okay, now we're going to have a bigger gap here. And let's switch that up to neutral. This final pit stop is going to be absolutely massive. There's no question about it. I think we're probably going to go safe with it. Just over an hour to go, and staying alive in the championship chase, very much on the line here in Vancouver. And yeah, it all depends on when do we have to make that stop. Where are things at half an hour or so from now? Right now, we ride it out. Almost down to the 1 hour point, and we're 10 seconds in the lead until they did a boost there. Still about 10 seconds in the lead. I like our chances of hanging on to third. Not as sure about that first position, though, and that's where it is. So our number 2 car, Kestelgi and Ludwig, doing the absolute race of the year for them. And it really could be that this saves our season. See if there's been any standing change. Yep, they've dropped down a little bit with their second car. So that would be an 18-point increase. That would be nice. Okay, hold on. Less than an hour. And I still think we're going to make it. Question is, do I want to back off at all? Boy, that's a tough call. I've got to say no, though. I'm not going to back off. I'm going to keep it going. And what do we got? 20-some minutes to go? Well, let's take another conserve stint. I'm going to say we've got just enough car to get through here. And I'm not sure that we do. But I think we do. Okay. Back to neutral. I'm just being a little bit extra careful here because I want to make sure we don't give away an advantage. We're definitely going to be pitting first with Vancouver. Now they're doing hybrid. They're being a little bit more intelligent back there. 40 minutes. And about 10 or so on these last stints for these drivers. Okay, fuel's starting to get a little close. We're coming towards the end of this stint. We're just going to pause here. We're going to not pause, but slow down. We're going to make sure that this is being done intelligently. I think I'm going to just go ahead and let the temperature on the tires keep riding up at this point. And the other thing is, I think we're going to want to go to dry tires. Like, I think that's low enough that we're not going to want to do a double stop here. There we go. Okay. Okay. Ludwig's over the line. Where is Vancouver? So I think we stop Vancouver now. We stop Ludwig the next time in. And there's not a whole lot of question where we're going with this. The only eligible car is Goddard. Or driver, rather, is Goddard. 30-some minutes. Do we go with the Ultras, which are faster, or the Softs, in which we have the bonus on? And I think it's short enough that we go back to Ultras. Now, what do we need to get through just over half an hour of racing? Boy. It's so close. I'm going to say 10. 10 laps of fuel, and that might not be quite enough. I think it will be. If we have to back off the gas, I'll back off the gas. I would think everybody's going to be stopping late here. I really want to go safe. I want us to not screw this up with a bad pit stop. And then Ludwig. You're giving way to Negrau, who's going to do all kinds of dumb things. No avoiding that. Ultra softs, but I am going to give you 12 laps of fuel to compensate. And we are going to go safe. Now that's a little bit risky, potentially giving away 3 seconds to a car that close behind. But I think given the alternatives, that's where we're going. We'll soon find out if I'm making the right call. Harvest, neutral, all of that stuff just as I want it. Go, 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 Goddard. You're in third. Okay, here's our other stop. Don't screw it up. Do not screw it up. Come on, team. Bingo. And Negrau is going to go do his craziness thing. They stopped as well. They went to Ultras as well. Everybody with the same idea. Now the question is, can we hold them off? Park condition. Still okay. Let's go for it. Conserve? Yeah, and I'd love to make you conserve as well, but I can't. Okay. Then I guess you better do something about that, better you? Relying on the Grau to take this home is not something that I like. But I didn't really have a lot of choice in the matter, did I? And he's still driving at 6.3. Goddard not driving as well. "24 minutes. Still in that zone. Oh, good. Yes, because you overdrove the car, the suspension's in trouble. Ignore. Okay, you're doing well. McGraw would just get off of that ever-loving, stupid power. "20 minutes. He's got to survive 20 minutes. Okay. 16 minutes plus whatever bonus lap. Hold on. Stop. Medium. And I'll drop that lower if I have to. Medium, conserve. Get those tires back down. You're sitting pretty good. You just want to not screw up. Not worried about you. I'm going to slow down the speed the rest of this because of the competition and because of how important it is that we get this just right. I want to go to hybrid at 3 laps so that if we have to, we can hit the power boost at the end. Tire temperature gradually coming down. Track drying out. 7.5 seconds. That is not enough of a gap. This is going to be a long 13 minutes. They're getting on their boost again. Oh, they still got a bunch of energy left. They could make up a lot of this ground. We're going to need to be ready for that. They're still catching up, and there's over 10 minutes to go. I don't know. Going hybrid with Goddard. Six and a half seconds left. Or seconds gap the lead, rather. Okay, coming up on that 3-lap mark. There it is. We're going hybrid. I think we can switch you up to neutral. It's not really going to matter that much, though. 5-second lead with 7 minutes and a half to go. Oh, I can see us just barely losing this. Up to 6 seconds. I've got to stay on conserve for a while longer because I don't have the tires to go neutral. Every bit that we hold this lead with at least a few seconds, every bit of that is really going to help. Less than 6 minutes to go. Just a few more times around the track, Andre. Can you bring it home for us? Basically going to be, I don't know. The time's got to get up, and then we've got to cross the finish line. Ooh, 3.2 seconds, 3.1. This is getting iffy, 2.5. All right, I'm going neutral. Going neutral, and then I need to be ready to hit that power boost if I need it. 3 seconds. On the other hand, we got 3 minutes. We do have some power available if we need it. Okay, it's going to be this lap plus one more. We have 2 laps and 3-second lead. How much energy do they have? 64%. They have more than we do. I don't like that. Do I take off the hybrid? I think I do at this point. Okay, they're boosting. We're boosting too. We're just going to use it. Stay ahead. Come on, stay ahead. You've got the fuel. Stay ahead. Freaking stay ahead. Come on. Less than a second behind us. Oh, come on. No. You're not passing me now. You are not freaking passing me now. No. Oh my goodness. I think I played that right too. Less than a second. I think that destroyed our season right there. We're going to have to see. Let's see where the standings ended up. Oh, what a miserable that. Oh, that's frustrating. I don't know what more I could have done. We got the pole. We got second and third. Whole bunch of drive-through penalties. We had one car get demoted. All of those things. How does it shake out? Well, we gained 4 points on them. We moved back up to second, gained 4 points on it, but now we've got 3 races left, effectively 4. We didn't gain what we needed. It's not totally over, but boy, that's rough. 0.6 seconds. Ugh. Pleased with a strong result, but not quite as strong as we needed it to be. Well, I think if we'd have won, we would have been 28-point gap instead of 42. It would have been an uphill battle, but a realistic shot at it. Now we're still in super long shot territory. Still not giving up, but that's tough. Great driving by Kestelje, Ludwig. Good driving by Negrau. Just did not quite get there. Got the new gearbox. Our car is actually, above average. Oh, we're now second. They now think that we're second. Well, bottom line is our only chance remains sort of the mother of all comebacks. It is nice to be back up to second position. We're going to meet the chairman's goals no matter what. But 42 points is a big mountain to climb in 3, effectively 4 races. Dubai is next. And clearly, everything from now is even more so a must-dominate race. So we'll see how that goes next time. Thanks for watching. More exciting Motorsport Manager racing coming up soon.